Okay, first of all, before we get into the video, I want to apologize if by probably the end my voice just friggin' gives out. I've been very sick for the past 2 weeks. I don't know what I've had: cold, COVID, flu, maybe all three. My voice is just not has been a wreck, and I think today, thankfully, today is the first day I can actually speak, and it doesn't sound like there's a dead frog in my throat, or something to that effect. Okay, so let's get on with the video, which is it's kind of a rant. Okay, but here, okay, let's go. So, if you are at all interested in the world of Warcraft and the new expansion, the War Within, you've already gone over Wowhead. You've gobbled everything you can, every single morsel of information. I'm not here to go over it, like, as far as explaining to it. I'm just basically reacting to this very particular, this very niche little part of the game, which is Professions, because I really enjoyed Professions in the past expansions. And by past expansions, I mean Shadowlands, okay? If you've seen my channel, you've noticed how much I've ragged on Professions for as far as Dragonflight. I was very optimistic of how this new revamp was going to work, with the trees and the knowledge point and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, I really had a good experience in Shadowlands. I think this is going to be great. And then we get into Dragonfly, I'm like, holy shit, what a fucking clusterfuck this really is, right? And so we've all known the shenanigans we had to do and all the issues that have been in the game. And so, with all that feedback, and I'm guessing this is what I'm going to name the video, is that despite all the feedback the devs have gotten in regards to Professions, it seems they don't give a damn. They don't care. They have their philosophy as far as what they want Professions to be, and the direction and the feel and the flavor and all this kind of stuff. And they're talking about these words fantasy, right? Because I'm reading these articles that are just being published out by them, or these blue posts. And I'm like, yeah, they don't care. They might listen, but maybe there's just too few of us that actually take the time to make these videos that, let's be frank, nobody watches. Because, man, if there's a game out here that has no audience that watches any of the videos, it's World of Warcraft. And so people are like, why should I make a freaking video that's gonna get, if I'm lucky, 1,000 views, if not less? I'm basically just venting out into the void. But for those of you that are here and that are listening, thank you very much for listening to me rant on. But basically, this is the thing that you would think, right? Oh, there's not so many people that are talking about this or being critical or giving feedback. Hey, we should, listen a little more attentively to these few individuals that are giving us the feedback. But like I said, it seems like they're not listening, and they don't care. And why am I saying this, right? Well, obviously now the alpha has launched. The day before the launch, I'm talking today. Today's 19th of April, right? So they did that special event in London, and the bigger content creators got invited, and they got a taste of the thing, of the game, and were able to ask questions. And basically, mostly everything is about gameplay. It's about Mythic Plus. It's about raids. It's about hero powers. Everything. Right? And very little always gets spoken about Professions. But in one of these WoW cast things that they do with this one girl, what's her name? Brittany Birch? Something like that. I can't remember her friggin' name. Anyways, Ian Hazacos is like, he briefly mentions about, in Professions, we basically, in other words, he's saying we haven't changed anything. We just made a couple tweaks here or there. And I'm like, okay, I know there's a lot of things that need attention, right? Particularly my people that play PvP. Okay, I know you guys are very frustrated, and very recently with the plunder storm thing. I get you. I've been wanting to make a video about that, but I'm like, you know what? I just don't feel it, man. It's just, oh my god, it's exhausting to have to talk about these things. But anyways, I see that they speak so little about this, and I'm like, yeah, they're not doing anything. So they're like, we're not gonna change any of the issues that we're talking about. First of all, now that we've gotten more information from the alpha, easily one of the things that is upsetting is they're not getting rid of the qualities for the materials. You're still gonna have, especially for like I'm guessing mining and herbing, these quality 1, 2, and 3. And I'm thinking to myself, and this is the thing, right? This is a funny thing because I'm getting all these, and bear with me, right? Because I'm getting all this information from different places. We got Holly Longdale, and she's like, okay, you know what? Now we're taking this approach and we're using data. We're using data, and it's driving our focus as to where this game is going. And not only for right now, for the next 10, 20, 30 years, whatever, right? So they're using data. And that's what boggles me, is that it seems that they're only using it for certain things. And for the others, it's just feely touchy however the developer feels, right? They're really not implementing that in this aspect, because you see what is happening with the qualities on the auction house. It's this wonky world where the higher qualities are just exorbitantly higher in price than the rank 2s. And then the weird thing is that the rank 1, or not the rank 1s, see, this whole thing about the naming, 2 years already, and we're still mixing up rankings and qualities, and oh my god, right? The quality 1s are more expensive than the quality 2s, but yet they're abysmal as far as the quality 3s. And it's just something that was so easy as far back as Shadowlands, as far as you got this and this and this, and that made this, right? So you would add up all your costs, and you see, can I sell it for more than what the current market rate is? And if it was yes, you'd craft them, put them on the auction house, set it and forget it. Hopefully they would sell, right? Sometimes you'd have to babysit them and relist and delist and relist to get them sold, right? But that was the grind, right? But now you have to, you know, do spreadsheets, or even worse, now you have to add another add-on. And I'm thinking to myself, is that the standard of something that is supposed to be enriching to the game? That you add this new level of, let's say for a better term, this complexity, or this more robustness, or just a little bit more permutations as far as the profession goes, that demands an add-on. Now you have to rely on something else to do your own thinking. I know probably a lot of WoW players are really, I don't know, they really don't want to put the time into really learning the materials and the costs, and have like a day-to-day idea of what these things cost, and, you know, relatively how much profit something can give you. And they're just, you know what, I'll just automate it and put it up on an add-on. But to me, that's just a failure as far as just the game. Do you really need an add-on to make something function? The answer should be no. The answer should be, you should be able to easily determine whether something is profitable or not. And so these people, with using their data and seeing what is the prices that are happening on the auction house, you'd be like, hey, you know, this is something where we can easily make things easier, right? And get that all, because we've been hearing feedback saying these people, they don't like these qualities, right? So that's one thing. So let me go on to the next thing, which is Artisan's Metal. It seems that Artisan's Metal it will cease to die. It just seems to evolve, and now we're getting basically an artisan's metal 2.0 with this whole getting rid of inspiration. And like I said in one of my previous videos, I said inspiration just has to go. But I didn't want it to come back in some other form or mutation, you know? It's kind of like, yeah, when you want to get rid of cancer, you just want to get rid of the cancer. You don't want it to fucking mutate and then spread to some other place and then still have to deal with it. You just want it gone. But now we have this concentration where it seems like let's say, for instance, let's say for a week you didn't craft or whatever, but you could still bank that artisan's metal. You can still every week log in and bank it and bank it and bank it, and basically that helps you subsidize all these crafts that everyone wants at quality or rank 5. We'll get back to that in a second, but basically you could bank that, right? And now you only get a certain resource, right, with the concentration, that you have a pool and it just regenerates. If you don't use it, you don't use it. And this is the thing, right? It's just it hurts my brain, and I'm sorry for having to go in loops, but okay, let me start, as I said, with the whole quality thing. Nobody, absolutely nobody in this godforsaken game wants anything but the best. Y'all are a bunch of sweaty motherfuckers that will pour over Icy Veins and Wow Ahead and all these other content creators to tell you what the best of the best is, whatever it may be. The routing, the leveling, the enchants, every single goddamn thing. And when you see something that has ranks, you're not going to be satisfied in the rank 1. No, something's going to be gnawing at you saying, no, you want quality 2, you want rank 3, you want rank 4, you want rank 5. Or some of you will not settle for anything but rank 5. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this whole concentration thing, right? You have a finite amount of it. And when you're fucking barking in the middle of trade chat saying, hey, you know, I can make this. And there comes a point where you've used up all your, you know, concentration, right? What's going to happen? You think people are going to be like, hey, I need this rank 5. Can you make that? Oh, sorry, I can only make it rank 4, but hey, if you come next week or something, just to make the sale, right? You're like, you know, I can make it rank 4, but next week, you know, come back and I'll pop it out and give you a rank 5. No, thank you. They won't even respond. They'll just ghost you. And they'll go back to trade and saying, I need this rank 5. I need this rank 5. And that's all that they will take. Meanwhile, this poor son of a bitch is going to be like, I'm done for the week. I've made my 2, 3, 4, 5, however many crafts that this thing allows you. Because in the beginning, it's going to be very limiting. Because you're going to have to make up a lot of gap. Because again, nobody's going to want to start off with ranks 1, 2, or 3. Possibly 4. Possibly. And even then, they'll still resent you. Because these people think somehow you're cheating them. You don't want to give them best. Or there's something that you are doing. Because the issue is not the game. The issue is not them. The issue is you. You're the problem as the crafter, right? So now this guy's going to be like, well, I'm out. I'm either going to have to roll a new tune and, you know, and max the points out. Excuse me one second. Or, you know, they're gonna probably say, you know, so we don't have to deal with the situation. We're just gonna make it war bound. You know, where the resources are shared amongst, like, let's say you have 2 tailors. Both tailors have that same pool of resources. You can't cheese it, which I honestly don't think that'll be the case, because that's asking a lot from Blizzard, thinking that they're gonna be thinking that far ahead and not being like, you know, you can cheese it. Because if there's anything we've known, there's always exploits, always exploits, because these people don't test it, or their code is spaghetti. I don't know what it may be, but the thing is that there's a way to get around these things. But let's just say this person just doesn't have time to roll another alt, or even wants to go through that about farming knowledge, which seems like it's coming back. And again, I say all this with just the very limited information that we have today, because it's just been out. We still don't have many of the professions. But it just seems like it's going in that direction. Just from what Ian said, that it's basically a copy pasta, and a lot of things are a copy pasta. Like we've seen the herbalism, the first two specialization trees are basically the same, and the third one is semi the same. It's just that since we're not dealing with essences or the titanic elements, now we're dealing with something else, and so that's just been tweaked. But whoever has this is head of this professions department, they're having an easy time. They're really not having anything to do. And you'd think, with it being so simple of just being basically a copy pasta, there would be space for there to be some true innovation, some true quality of life that was there from the start, and then this experiment just did not pan out. Just try and revert some of these things back. But no, this person, I don't know who's really on top of this guy or gal. It just seems that they have free reign, and they're not doing anything to really address the situation, because again, we're coming back with this whole concentration. And so what are the person, when there's some degens out there that they say they need to roll 10 alts on, I don't know, for blacksmithing or for leatherworking, because leatherworking is very popular. I mean, I knew of a person, and if you're out there, you know who you are, that was willing to have, like, I'm going to say 30 alts. I can't remember the exact number this person told me, but they're like, hey, I want to do this. Because they asked me for some advice, because they're like, they want to corner every single market. And I'm like, okay, dude, if you want this, you're going to have to make like 2 or 3 per profession, right, to be able to compete and everything. And they were willing, and the things that they told me were just astonishing. That the degeneracy, the no lifer basically mentality that they went to, the lengths they went to try and win at this game, right? Because it feels like if they're not doing that amount of work, they're not winning, right? They need to min-max everything, and I think that permeates to many players, myself included, right? But I think there's certain points that I'm just like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's just consuming me, right? I don't want to come in from work, which is a very stressful job that I have, to come here and basically be a glorified customer service, because that's basically what crafting has become. Before, long gone are the days where you could make a craft, set it up there, come back the next day and see if you made some sales. And if you made some sales, yay, great, you made some sales, and you repost them, rinse and repeat. Now, if you want to make any money, and some of these commissions, some of these tips are just paltry, but you're sitting in there, and it's just somebody says, oh, I need a sword made. Boom, this person just probably gets bombarded by all these automated messages, and you're just there type your own message, because you don't want to deal with add-ons or anything, or copy pastas or something like that. I basically what I was reduced to is just send it. That's what I would tell them. Just send it. Oh, well, how much do you want? It don't matter. Just give me something, just send it. I don't want to deal anymore with the whole, hey, yeah, send me 10K. Oh no, that's that. Or they ghost you, and you'd be like, what's going on? Do you want the craft or not? And then you'll see them post again and trade. It's just, oh my god. And then having to, because again, I don't know. Please, guys, tell me, are you guys stupid? Are you guys dumb? What is going on? Are you lazy? Is that what it is? That you don't learn these things of how the crafting works, at least so you're informed. No, you have to explain to them, you have to send it as a certain rank, because this game doesn't allow me to do this. and then there's a chance for it to proc, and there's a lot of things. Well, I have to give you the percentages. There's things that I can use. There's this other resource called Artisan Metal, and I can boost it and I can guarantee it. But I can only guarantee it if you give me top materials. Well, what if I use it? It's just, oh my God, it's so much fucking customer service. Just so much hand holding of these people. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. And then you get some of these characters. For instance, I just had one literally day before yesterday. Oh, hold on, let me get some water. Okay, so what I was saying, I literally just have this guy. I don't know when I crafted his item. It was some tool for leatherworking. I haven't dealt with anybody in weeks, like personal orders. So sometimes I'll just pop onto the crafting table and see if there's a public order. We all know public orders are just abysmal. They'll put them up for 1 gold. I don't know how much this one was worth. It was probably either like 100 or 500, whatever, right? So they post them, and all I do is like click, and I got myself 400 gold, 500 gold, whatever, 100 gold, whatever it is. Honestly, I'm doing it from the achievement to, do so many personal orders or public orders, because I still haven't gotten that. And I don't really pay attention to anything, right? And so I notice some of these people, sometimes they put it in the message, oh, I want it top rank, and I'm like, these people are delusional, right? They're most of these people don't even put all the materials or none at all, and this guy happened to put them all. So I'm like, okay, I don't have to deal with going into the auction house and making it. It's 500 gold, it's 1,000 gold probably. I've never seen anything above that, right, as far as a public order. And then it's crafted, and it turns into a rank 4, because obviously I spent so much time by now that I've literally maxed out blacksmithing. It's maxed out. So I craft it, it's rank 4, whatever, boom, it's done. Bye. Well, I'm gonna post it. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this video, but I'm gonna post what this guy told me in the thing, and I'm gonna try and actually give me 1 second. Okay, here we are. So I have the post up here in front of me. I'll probably put it up on the video. And it says, I gave you the highest quality of materials before. Please make sure you craft the highest product for me, or don't pick up the order. Thank you, right? So this was a public order that I'm guessing they gave me. I didn't even notice. I guess they gave me rank or quality 3 Casgarite and the Ceravite ore and whatever it was that it was for these things, right? And I just basically crafted it, and you can see it's a rank 4, right? So this person is bitching and complaining, and this goes back to everyone. The person would be like, hey, you know what? I'm cheap. I don't have gold to, redo this. I got a rank 4. That should be fine. And they're bitching and complaining because a rank 5 would give them, and this is not the main tool, this is one of the accessories, right? It gives them 10% more, or whatever this fucking stat gives you. Finesse, whatever the fuck it is, right? Or resourcefulness. It's 10% on whatever that thing was. Because I remember it was 40, like plus 40, the stat. And then the rank 5 was 44. So for a 10th of whatever that thing was, you're bitching and complaining that somehow I screwed you over. That if I can't make you a rank 5 for the paltry amount that you initially put that public order for, that I'm the asshole, I'm the douchebag that is, fucking you over. So it was so incredible that it actually gave me a chuckle. I was fucking laughing my ass off, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I got all this metal. I don't care for it anymore. It's the end of the expansion. Sure, I'll recraft it for you, and I'll use my artisan's metal, and here you go. But I'm like, this person, I can already see if he even wants to dabble, he or she, whoever the fuck this is, if they want to dabble in crafting, I can already imagine the interactions this person is going to have with the rest of the people, because now he's going to be on the other side, of the street, on the other side of the coin, however you want to, paraphrase it. And this person's attitude is just, it's going to smack right into the other people, it's just, wow. But again, they're probably the people that are hypocritical, delusional. It's just, oh my God. I feel like there's just too many of these people. And then, funny enough, I kind of investigated who this person was. I'm like, wait, who is this person? What does he belong to a guild, whatever? So I looked him up, and it's a PvPer. It's a PvPer. And I'm like, you know what? I hate to say this, but I think the more toxic, just the worst WoW players are PvPers. Honestly, I have to say it. My interactions with PvPers have just been the worst, honestly. Particularly in arena. Maybe battlegrounds are different, right? It's maybe a little more laid back, a little more fun. But Jesus Christ, this guy plays primarily 2v2s. I think he did solo shuffle or whatever, but he's a duelist, I believe. And so he just plays PvP. I think in the when I looked up, it said 500 matches total. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of matches to grind out. So that's the kind of people you got in PvP, guys. I'm telling you. Anyways, let's get back to Blizzard, okay? So it's just amazing the gymnastics this developer is doing for not getting rid of the metal, not letting us make our crafts, not letting us post it on the auction house where it has traditionally been, not giving us, at least from what we can tell, right? But again, I don't think we'll get any more. Here I am sitting, okay, these are barely a few days, few hours that we've gotten information from the alpha, right? But again, I'm thinking to myself, you're delusional, video. You're delusional in thinking that there's going to be more. This is probably it. Remember the last time you were doing the testing, and you're like, okay, well, this is the testing. Surely there must be more. Nope. That was it. That's how it shipped. That's how it sailed. Whatever feedback you gave, it was already too little, too late. The cast was set, right? The mold was done, and I feel like this is deja vu. Yeah, we're getting this alpha and we're getting this beta, and we're supposedly giving these developers feedback. It might as well be, sent in the air. I can't even explain how to say it. It's just it's gone with the wind. It makes no difference. It's already set. This person is already probably long gone. They're just getting ready to just implement it. Just code it into the game, right? Do all the little adding the icons and the tags and everything. They have already set it all. The planning, everything is already set, and we're just fucking, farting into the wind all our feedback. And honestly, I like to watch soccer, particularly the Mexican League, and I don't want to say I'm some sort of Nostradamus or nothing. It's just I feel like I have a sense that I can see into the future. And one of the teams that I was rooting for, I told them online, I'm like, guys, I have seen what I need to see, and this was roughly in the middle of the season. And I said, you guys, I don't see you guys passing past 13 points. And this was still, because I think there's 18 weeks of the season, and this was around season 11 or week 11 or week 12. I can't remember exactly the date. But the thing is, I saw their gameplay. I saw how they were doing, and I looked at them. I looked at the rest of the games, and I'm like, no, I don't think you guys. I think they had 7 points, or 9 points, or however many. I just did some quick math, and I'm like, I don't see you guys getting past 13 points. And to this day, I think there's 2 matches left. One is actually today, and then they have another match next week. And they're currently at 13 points, and I don't see them winning or tying any of their next 2 encounters. So, given that, I feel that I have a sense that this is all we're getting. All the things that we have said, that we have complained about, it's just, they just don't make it in time, or these people are married to their schedules, and it's all they can do. Maybe these changes will come out in The Last Titan, probably, if and when. If not, they'll probably just leave them till whatever comes after this World Soul Saga. So, I just want to round this up, because I think it's how much long. Let me check my OBS how long it's been. So, it's been like over 30 minutes. So, hopefully it's been entertaining, because if anything, I want it to be entertaining as much as I can, because I know this is dreadful, and I'm like, you're like, God damn it, this son of a bitch is just giving me bad vibes and all this kind of stuff. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, man. It's just, these people are not giving me nothing to go on, honestly, and that's why I have not made any content, because I'm like, nothing is really, I mean, now, yeah, there's the things about the game that I'm liking. Even some people that are being negative about the delves and stuff. I'm guessing this should be another video, like a general feeling of like all the other things. But I'm still feeling rather optimistic. Maybe because I really want to get the fuck out of the Dragon Isles. The Dragon Isles, or Dragonflight has not hit it for me at all. And it's funny, so many people bragging on Shadowlands, but Shadowlands, I had a blast. And this Dragonfly is just, it's fizzled. It fizzled for me, basically. But we can make that another video. Basically, I just want to know, I really wish I could have the ear of these people and ask them, do you not care? I just want to know why. Is it too late? Is our feedback too late? Is there too few of us? Do you not have time to listen to our feedback? Are you just hell-bent and you cannot... Are you that dogmatic that you cannot go from this line of sight? What is? I mean, should we even give you any feedback? Should we even bother? Right? It is what it is. Is that the situation? Right? So, like I said, we're barely a few days and hours into the alpha, and from the little bit that I have seen, it might be a fractional improvement, which in the scheme of things is just going to feel insipid. I pray to God, to Loon, to Anshi, to all the wild gods, everybody. I pray that there will be more. Because if not, this is the end for crafting for me. I already see myself either not bothering with it at all, even for myself. Because I feel like, why should I even bother? I should be just like the rest of the players that lowball these guys or put up my order endlessly on the public order, and I can basically get away with at least putting all the materials and just offering, I don't know, 1,000 commission, 500 commission, as long as I meet the minimum requirements of putting up the materials. Some poor loser that has spent, hours perfecting their craft will come along and make it. And make it enough to where I have the item and it's mostly usable, right? Or, I don't have to have it at the highest rank, which is what I did in the beginning. In the beginning, there were some tools I didn't have, I can get, because I didn't have the metal. Or, no, it wasn't the metal, it was some other reason. And they would come back rank 3, rank 4, rank 4s. I was fine with that. I'm like, cool, at least I have the knowledge or the skill points to help me get to where I'm going, and in the future I can upgrade them probably myself. But WoW players just have to have it when they want it. You know, they wanted it yesterday, and they wanted it cheap, and they don't care, and they don't have zero empathy of the time and effort that you put. But it's so twisted. When they want their AOTC, when they want their carries, they are willing to pay. They're even willing to pay ransom. Some people say, oh, well, you know, I'll give you a carry for your key. And halfway the key, they're like, well, you know what? If you don't give me another 50K, you're shit out of luck because I'm out. And they'll pay it. But the honest people, the ones that are out here busting their balls so that they can have the best, oh no, I'm not going to reward you. It's just, wow, it's disgusting, honestly. It makes nobody want to craft. And I believe a lot of people have actually stopped crafting because of Dragonfly. Because I notice, even when I log on just to do my skinning quests, I can see people that are begging in trade chat to get something done. And I can do it. I can easily go and message them, hey, just send it to me. But I don't have the desire to help anymore. I could do it for free at this point. I just don't feel compelled anymore. And so this is what you got, developer. This is the bed you've made, and we're the ones that are sleeping on it. So if you wanted to kill professions, hey, you got it. You got it. You made it so complicated, so convoluted, and so a pain in the ass that people have quit. And probably as a consequence, quit the game as well. Or gone to the other side and became even more assholes. And they're like, why should I even bother? I'll just put my craft up, put a paltry tip, right? And it'll get done. Because there's some other loser worse than me, or some other tryhard or sweaty ass person that'll do it for me instead of me having to go do all this crap. Is that what you wanted? I would really love to have a conversation with somebody. It doesn't have to be Holly. It doesn't have to be Ian. It could be somebody down the totem pole. Someone that just can give me a fucking answer of why is it that professions are in this situation. And if some other content creator is listening to this and has the opportunity, please ask them what the fuck is going on. And I think I will leave it there on that on that cheerful note. This is going to be roughly a 40-minute rant, but I feel good. At the end, I feel good. I feel like it's coming out from my, like we say in Spanish, ronco pecho, from my raspy chest. It's true. It's authentic, and that's how I like to be. Alright guys, who the fuck knows when I'll be back. I don't know how I'm going to edit this. I'm going to put some B-roll. I have no fucking clue. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please, if you've made it to this point, leave me some feedback. If there's a chance that one of these damn devs sees this, let them know. Because, honestly, I don't see anybody else making anywhere near remotely anything like these types of videos. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully my voice is better.